Hi guys, welcome to another Blunderful Basics with ta-da, me. I wasn't going to do a vid today, but then inspiration struck. And since I wanted to teach you more about UV mapping and other things we can do to make it easy, I figured I'd go ahead and do the vid because I'm also going to cover something that as creators, we don't really think about when we're creating. We just make stuff and shove it out into the world and let other people deal with it. But maybe that's not the best way to go. Maybe. So, on my screen, I've made this, I'm calling it a chair. Okay, it's a club chair kind of thing. Okay, it's very basic, but I only needed something basic to show you. So, what I did was I added seam lines, and I'm going to hit A there so you can see the lines. So first, and I did this in the edge mode or line mode as I call it, okay, and I picked the lines where I want my seam to be. So Shift Alt, and I clicked on those, and I clicked on all these, and I clicked on that, and that, and that, and that. Okay, so I wanted this chunk to be one seamed area. Okay, and then I did the same to make this enclosed part, not the seat part, the enclosed part, to make one area. And then I did the seat, and then I did these posts and this bottom and that bottom. I didn't do those posts. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we ended up with when I hit unwrap. Now, one of the things I did was I unwrapped each one individually. So let me go into faces. I'm going to hit this. I've already split my screen so you can see. Let me bring this over. And so you can see I've got this. Now I did have to pretty it up and shrink it down. And I did that by hitting that L to get all the linked parts. I hit S for scale, and then I typed in 0.5. And then once I had all my pieces done, I selected them all and shrunk them down again by 0.5 because I wanted them all to fit. All right, so I got that piece. I did have to move one of the verts, grab this vert and move this arm out because they were crossed over and I didn't want that. But there's a reason why I went through all this, and I'm about to show you. So let's go over here and hit A to get all of them. So you can see we've got all the pieces. And from here, I can scale them up to make them all fit nicely on here. But having a little room isn't so bad either. L, G, G I said, move that up and out. Because when we texture it now, with all this extra room, we don't have to be as precise. We can just slap a texture part here and a texture part here and a texture part here when we make our UV map and export it for our photo editing software. Why do we want to do this? Well, you're going to find out in a minute because this is how we optimize. So I've got this, it's all set up now, it's ready, almost, you know, I could export right now and do this one. But why do one? Because how many times do we have just one chair? Well, not often, right? So what we're going to do is come over here and we're going to do Shift D. All right, and then I'm going to pull it out. Now, the trick for this is setting them up how you would want them to show up in world somewhat. So we want a little space, right? And then maybe we want this to be a conversation area. So we're going to go back to this one because it's the original, Shift D. And we're going to bring it out. And then, that'd be X or Y. Let's find out. Rotate X 180. And enter. And it was wrong. But what is our friend? Control Z. So let's try rotate Y 180. And guess what? That was wrong. Control Z. Rotate Z 180. Look at that. I did it right. So I'm going to go ahead and Shift D. Didn't want to do it that way. And then pull. So it only moves on the one axis, so it's all lined up. Okay? So now we have 4. And you're thinking, oh my God, you're going to make me UV map all 4? No, because now what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3. And our total tries are 280 for 4 chairs. And yes, very low prim, but you know what? I'm calling it modern cubist. Okay? So now it sounds fancy, doesn't it? And then we're going to hit join. So now we have one mesh, 4 chairs, one mesh. Why is that a big deal? Well, because when we go to edit, look, one texture. One texture for what used to be 4 chairs. Why is that important? Well, optimization. Low prim, low texture. One texture, 4 chairs. So when you go in and you have to res this particular thing somewhere, this particular thing, I'm so technical, this particular furniture section, it's not going to take as long. All right. Before, with as one object each, it would have taken 4 times as long because there was 4 objects, 4 textures. All right. And if you read the article we put out about rendering textures especially, you know what that's going to take on your system. So there you have it. And when we make, and this is going to what you guys are going to do in class. You're going to make something like this. You're going to do this, and you're going to texture it, and we're going to see, does it work? All right. So I hope you have fun, and I hope you enjoy. Oh, and Serena, you wanted something. Hera, come here. Can you talk to Mommy? Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Can you talk? Can you talk for Serena? Can you talk for Serena? Where's your baby? Where's your baby? Where's your baby? Can you get your baby for me? Can you talk? Okay, well, I don't know if you could, that was her breathing. And oh, there, she sneezed for you. And she kissed. So I hope you got to hear that, Serena. She's fine and well, laying here by my legs until I woke her up. Now she's trying to crawl into my lap. Okay, guys, big hugs. See you in class.